It's update day, and we got a new update to Sung Jinu's max level cap. So today we're going to talk about the top tips on leveling up in Solo Leveling Rise. My name is DFree. If you guys enjoy the content, please make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up if the video is helpful for you. Also, post in the comments down below if you guys were prepared for this or not. And what I mean by that, we'll talk about in just a moment. So that being said, when he levels up, he's going to be getting the extra stat points and all that. So obviously his power will be climbing as well. But that's not the only thing that's going to be unlocked to you whenever you guys level him up further beyond 80, and obviously in the future as you level up, if you see this video down the line, your hunters will have their max level cap raised as well. And so ultimately what's going to wind up happening is you also we don't have the job change here, but apparently there's going to be a job change quest that's added later on, but you will be able to take on newer job change quests. So overall, the top tips on leveling up Sung Jinu are mostly the same. So we're going to start off with the basic core way to level up. So this game, it does have the idle mechanic here, the activity fund. It's actually extremely important. This is a very important element of the game overall. So if you do not have the activity fund bonus pack that you can purchase here, you will not be getting the special funds, but you still can claim at a slower pace anyway, just the regular claim daily as time passes. That's huge for you. Also, overall, this stuff does go up and get more efficient as you level up Sung Jinu and you level up your hunters. So make sure you're doing that. Get more golden experience by leveling up your hunters. Again, the numbers do go up for all of that. It's not a crazy amount, but it does help overall. I pushed a level pretty much only by getting the activity. Pretty much. I didn't really do anything else. So moving on from there, how else are we getting this? It's in most pieces of content you're going to play. So here's one of the most important and viable ways to get experience for Sung Jinu, and that is in gates. First and foremost, every time you take on and complete a gate themselves, they will give you experience. Another thing that's going to happen here is as you complete these gates, you get the bonus activities. So every time you complete 10, you're going to get all 3 of these, and that's 28,000 times 3. You obviously are going to want that. That's going to be massive towards your progression to leveling up Sung Jinu fast overall. So another thing that also is unlocked as you level up further, when we get to level 85, the difficulty cap will go up to 35, so you can take on harder dungeons as well if you wanted to do that. So next, let's move on to one of the most, if not the most important way to level up. But before we do, if you are not already, please support me through the content creator program and like the video. Today's video like goal is going to be 800. Dong Su commands you. Look at the part in this guy's hair. That was kind of cringe. It was. I'm not going to lie. All right. So moving on from there, how else are we going to level up with Sung Jinu? So like I said, it's in a lot of pieces of content, but this is where things get kind of interesting. So natural inclination is when you play content to push through as far as you can in terms of story, and that's normally okay. But what I will tell you is that it would have been a good decision to sit on some of these story chapters and, you know, sit there and have these not completed, because you can always come back and get these rewards in the future. And so ultimately, if you did that, you're able to get the experience now and apply it overall. So that's one of the things that you can do to leveling up faster, is if you have banked story content that you haven't completed. That's part of the reason why I stopped playing overall, these side missions, etc. Hard mode is going to be where you're going to get a huge chunk overall too. Can't really see it apparently, but you're going to get a good chunk for hard mode. I can show you a little bit here. So 19,000 for this stage, so on and so forth. These are going to drop a huge chunk for you. Also, same deal with reverse mode. You will be getting a good amount of experience from completing the content in here too. So this is one of the most important pieces for actually, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that, it didn't show any there, but I'm pretty sure you'll get experience there. This is overall the story, one of the most important ways for you to get experience for Sung Jinu, and it's important, so make sure that you're doing that. But yeah, so I said it's in most. I'm sorry, that's an overstatement. Let me take that back. It's in pretty much nothing. So that was an overstatement. Because you're not going to get it in Encore's instances. You're not going to get it in Hunter Archive, I'm pretty sure. Battlefield of Chaos may have some. I don't think it will. It does not. So a lot of this content actually does not have it. So that was an overstatement. I apologize. I was overcorrecting there. Will the side story, though, as a side note, I wanted to just see really quickly if they have it here. It looks like it doesn't say in particular. I don't think it drops anything. So yeah, I wanted to just confirm that. part-time job. Yeah, I wanted to confirm. It looks like it doesn't. It's more or less just story and mini game stuff. Okay. So, yeah. So with that being the case, it's going to mainly reside with gates. So what I'm going to show you from here is, aside from story, obviously, what I'm going to show you from here is we're going to hit the gates up, and we're going to see what we can do in terms of leveling up ourselves here live. The thing I'll tell you is also that this level up piece is supposed to be a slow burn. It's not supposed to be something that you get super duper fast or anything like that. It's supposed to take you some time. So keep that in mind too. So let's see what we can do for leveling up here, and what we can get. So we're getting about 4,000 per each for each stage here. I'm not sure if it matters which difficulty setting you have it applied to. Can anybody let me know? Please down below in the comments do, if you can. So let's go ahead and sweep here further. Obviously, if you don't have the support pack for the sweeps, you will probably have to play some of these stages. So that's obviously one of the reasons why you may or may not want to play at a lower difficulty. Because, I mean, to be honest, it's extremely tedious to play at the higher difficulties. It's extremely tedious. So I just got a good grip there. But really what's going to come down to is that story content. Clearing a few chapters is going to push you a couple levels, because that's just how that's going to work, because it's the most consistent, most reliable form of experience. Because what's going to happen is after this next stage, we are going to get in a position where we've gotten all 10 of these done today. So we're going to get this extra drop, and you're not going to get that extra drop without that other support pack that I talked about for 11. Just 38 or whatever. But what happens now is we're not going to get any more bonus ones. It's now shifting to gold. And so we're going to get the 4,000 or so from the stages individually, which is fine. But obviously that's not enough. It's going to take a while at that pace, right? So that's one of the things to consider with this. And so, like I said, you cycle back to story mode. And hard mode in particular is where you're really going to shine with that, because hard mode is, if I recall correctly, where you're going to get most of the experience from story. Hard mode was in particular like super duper useful when you were getting gated in terms of helping you level up faster. I'll just push the 100 here just to get this done. That was my final key, so it's okay. All right, so how do we push? I think we pushed about half the level. These ones are going to take a while. 1.4 billion or million, excuse me. It's going to take a while. It's going to definitely take a while. A billion, we'd be here for we are going to be here forever with the billion, dude. What am I talking about? We are going to be here forever with that. So make sure that you are completing these. So all in all, this just don't overthink it. Don't stress out over it. It will take some time. And that's what it's designed to do. You're not supposed to have it in a day or 2 days. Maybe I'll be able to push it soon because I have so much chapters left over. But when the level goes up in a couple of months, I won't be able to consistently do that, right? And I don't know if I'll be able to do it with clearing all the story I have available. Maybe I can clear it all and push like 2 levels, but I mean, looking at the experience values necessary, it's going to take a while. But the good news is with that is, like I said, the hunters do also get the level cap going up, which is big. It's a really big deal. I wonder if the bond system now goes above 80. It does not. I'm pretty sure at some point the rewards for leveling hunters beyond 80 will be added, so that's going to be even more valuable then and more of an incentive to level up. So what are we getting out of this for leveling up? We're getting the extra power, which obviously should help with your progression and content. But I mean, it's not 80 to 80 voice crack. 80 to 81 is not a huge deal, right? But where you're looking at is 80 to 85 or something like that. That's where it becomes a big deal, and all of your hunters, Sung Jinu included, are going to have much easier times pushing through the content of the game. So thank you for tuning in. Once again, my name is DFree. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, post down below in the comments what you guys think about the video and how helpful the method was overall. I mean, at the end of the day, there's only so many ways to level up. It's unfortunate, though, that a lot of it also, like I said, comes from the activity. This dude, that smirk, comes from the activity fund, and the activity fund is good, but it is also kind of gated because it does have that whole section of it where it's like, did you buy the pass or not? Because if you buy the pass, it's 10 times more effective for you. So that's one of the things that I have to kind of really drive home. If you're willing to be a light spender, it's like $7 or something like that. And I think it's probably the most worth it thing in the entire game to buy because of the value out of that. So that's one of the things I will say. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But other than that, I mean, like I said, initially I thought it was in more places, but it's not. It's really just story and gates. And with that being all of the content for it, it is supposed to be, like I mentioned, a slow thing, and it's going to be. It's forced to be a slow thing. And I think that with this, the number that he needs is pretty high. Like I said, you kind of see it a little bit, but when you were playing the game, you think back to when you initially played the game, or if you're a new player, you'll probably experience this. But when you got in there in the mid-20s, it started to really slow down around that period. If I remember, like 21, 22, 25, it started to really slow down, and it became once every other day you were pushing like 3 or 4 levels, something like that, 3, 4, 5 levels once every other day, and it slowed down from there too. When he got around the 40s or 50s, it slowed down to half that speed, and then it kind of normalized. So that was my experience playing the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, support through the Content Creator Program, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone.